Good afternoon. I'm Mike Noondorfer with Advanced RV. This video we're going to talk about a few of our objectives with running boards, nerf bars, and other aspects of how we treat the lower part of the van. I'm here in front of a 4x4 that's in process, and this is one of the applications that we've put on motorhomes. We have been working for probably about a year with a company in Oklahoma called Salient Designs to redesign our running boards. In 2019, Mercedes changed the configuration of the Sprinter body just enough so that we had to redesign what we call our running board kit. And it's made up of several durable plastic pieces that are installed on the side of the van for a lot of reasons. One is it gives us access to our utility closet that has macerator access, fresh water fill, and some other things. The other thing it does is it covers up the tanks. These are about 4 inches below the bottom of the chassis, so they hide the tank protrusion out of the bottom of the chassis a little bit. The other thing that's an objective of everything we do on the side is to give good, safe access to the inside of the van. So when this piece is up, it provides a running board that's 7.5 or so inches wide. On the other side, the one going into the slider is even more. We started with a design. Kyle Thomas, our lead designer, did a conceptual design. Then we did SolidWorks designs. And then we did prototype molds. We took pieces off those prototype molds, test fit them, trimmed them, marked them up, sent them back, and did the whole process again. I think we're on the 3rd iteration and we're making the final molds now.
It took probably about a year for us to get to where we're at with these. It was a lot of test fitting, on and off, sending parts back. It's a lot of fit and finish, trimming, gluing, cutting, so we can get the right shape, the right angles. You can go so far with the drawings, but when you actually have the physical part, that's where you gotta have a little bit of experience of reshaping.
You'll see when we look at the old one that there's a trim piece that Mercedes puts on. It's about this wide. It goes straight front to back. And we really didn't think that added anything to our running board kit. So we decided to start up here at this trim line and redo the whole lower part of the van. And we have what we think is a nice flowing design.
This is like a 2018. It has the OEM trim, and then you got your body panel here. It goes on the door, and then you got your running board. On the 2019s, you got your body panel that covers up your OEM trim, so you got a nice smooth look. All these lines are sharper. They give it, I think, a more classy look, more of a old school look. So it has a shape to it, but it still has that aerodynamic look. On the passenger side, some clients like to have USB and 110 outlets, so we made a smaller utility flip up. So you got a 110 outlet there. What's different on the driver's side is we got the utility flip up for the pump station for your macerator and all that, and your city water. The 2019s versus the 2018s, the body's completely changed. So we modified all this from our older style to the newer style.
So we do all kinds of arrangements for clients. This van has what we call a nerf bar, and again, it has some compartments. On the other side is the macerator compartment with fresh fill, hoses, and other things. It has a big step that gets you into the slider door, another step that gets for access into the front. This van looks a little funny because the trim is off, but this is going to have a chip guard satin black paint all the way up to over here, but it's going to look pretty sharp. But I just wanted to show you the aluminum nerf bars that provide access, storage, and protection for the tanks. This is often picked by 4x4 clients. It has a little more rugged look. You could argue that it maybe is a little more rugged. If you scrape this on stones and stuff, it might hold up better than the plastic, but I'm not sure. It's not too much different. We do some different tank protection designs that use the bottom of the nerf bar as support. So, but it's mostly aesthetic, I think. This client wanted to maximize every inch of ground clearance, so there's no side running boards. There is an automatic step that comes out when you open the door, and for getting into the side doors, but the front doors are a step up. There is a handle here to help, but there's no step there because he wanted to, as I said, maximize ground clearance. We even did a special install of the leveling system and brought it up a couple inches from where it typically lands. So this is a possibility. I don't know if we haven't ever done another step like this, but it seems to work well, and there are possibilities for that. But with the step there, we can't put the tanks there. So that was a compromise that he was willing to do. I think his fresh tank is actually inside the van under one of the beds. So all this flexibility creates what the client needs.